The stakes have never been higher for Joe or Cruz on opposing sides of the coin. As Special Ops Lioness Season 1 fast approaches its conclusion, Cruz strives to comprehend feelings she has never felt, while Joe deals with work-related concerns and her family's disintegrating relationship. Joe's role in the episode has finally come to a complete halt. Joe must go through the U.S. government's red tape before she can proceed, even if her world is still imploding in on itself as a result of Kate's injury. In the opening moments of the episode, Caitlin and Joe share a tender moment with their spouse Errol. The bond between Caitlin and Errol is intriguing. Errol, who has ears and eyes on Capitol Hill, is aware of Caitlin's meeting's relocation before she is. They engage in verbal sparring with one another, while exchanging knowledge as though it were money. Instead of being fueled by physical desire, their relationship is ignited by a shared appreciation for one another's intelligence. Although it's unknown how they got along earlier in their lives, the two nowadays complement one another well. Hours of Joe and Caitlin's detention in the White House may have been used as a fear tactic. Finally summoned for a debriefing, they are received by a group of senior officials, including Morgan Freeman's Secretary of State Edwin Mullins. Cruz experiences some of the most difficult feelings the asset has ever displayed during the course of the episode. Cruz is clearly uncomfortable revealing her actual self when she bonds with Aaliyah, something Joe and Bobby warned her would happen early in the episode. She is somewhat uneasy because Aaliyah is her target, but she is also more at ease than she ought to be around her. Cruz appreciates Aaliyah. Aaliyah has her trust. Given that Aaliyah is her point of contact with the adversary, there are sentiments there that shouldn't be developed. Aaliyah, played by Stephanie Nur, is experiencing a range of contradictory feelings in relation to Cruz. She carefully examines Cruz, noting that it is clear that she has never received a spa treatment before, and then extends an invitation to her new acquaintance for a spa day. Cruz ultimately opens up to Aaliyah as the women are in the steam room. As she becomes more at ease over the spa day, she exposes details of her more trying periods without holding anything back. Cruz is honest about her violent relationship and her upbringing, admitting that she hasn't experienced some of the most essential girlhood experiences, like being able to have a slumber party. Aaliyah says they will have a sleepover that night, after they emotionally agree to be honest with one another, since she can't stand for this. It turns out that their friendship may continue to deepen in yet another setting, the sleepover. When Aaliyah finds out Cruz hasn't watched The Notebook, she switches it on after a terrifying movie. Cruz is awake and aware despite feeling inebriated and sleepy. In tears, she wakes Aaliyah up after seeing the movie, right as it ends. The women discuss their lack of romantic relationships in great detail. Perhaps they've never been in love, but there's something they're not expressing in these private times. As they lie face to face, consoling one another through a fog of bewilderment, Laisla de Oliveira and Stephanie Nur's chemistry is on fire right now. At the same time, the ladies are simultaneously utterly unconscious and profoundly aware. When Cruz awakens in the morning, Aaliyah is yelling joyfully somewhere else in the home. Aaliyah tells her friend that the venue for her impending wedding has been chosen. When Cruz locates her, Aaliyah smothers Cruz with a kiss. It is brief yet effective. Both ladies are in a state of disbelief. The pause is brief, though, and before either of them has time to take it all in, they're back at it, kissing quickly and clinging to one another. She draws back, which is a first for Cruz from Special Ops Lioness, and both people are taken aback. Aaliyah does what comes naturally to her, and attempts to squander the moment by moving on to the next item. Cruz, though, won't let go of it. So we come to a very ambiguous conclusion. Cruz has realized what the rest of us in the audience have long suspected, that her friendship with Aaliyah has gotten too close. She is now too near to me to move away. Joe is attempting to balance things from another location as she observes. She is too far away to have an effect anyplace. Cruz is overly engaged in one area, while Joe has stretched herself too thin. The two women balance each other out. The women's experiences have come together to form an intriguing map of the female experience as Special Ops Lioness Season 1 intensifies the war.